SheridanGiorzi.com.
Hi everyone, Sheridan Giorzi, call center operations manager, director, and consultant. Today I wanted to talk about staying grounded. From an operations management perspective to entrepreneurs leading, a fast-growing company, or even people that have grown, right? And now they've scaled a bit and are in a position where they are no longer handling everything, right? And so being a small business owner, I know what it's like to have to run everything, every single aspect, all of the details, that coincide with any operation, and then being able to step into the shoes of whatever's needed in whatever role. But as organizations grow, the people, the founders, or the conglomerates put together, they're in a different level at some point and are no longer keeping that pulse on the floor, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it can be, right? Because it's all about having the right people in the right place, and growth can sometimes have a big influence on whether that's working or not. The way that the culture sets out to be at the beginning of an operation can drastically change as it scales. So staying grounded is always having that pulse, with your workforce or whatever the interaction is with your clients or customers, making sure that you have a clear understanding and that the operation and the culture involved with it is heading in that direction, which was, the founded one. And if you do have to shift gears because of XYZ or whatever that might be, you want to make sure that, there's control and that you're viewing, those interactions and the management that you put in place along, with the leadership expectations in order to continue that scaled growth and continue in the trajectory of the positive influence that founders have at the beginning, of a successful launch or business. You want to make sure that that's ongoing. So you have to put certain parameters in place so you can always quickly go back and have a go-to on how to measure this, and if it's still being successful and if it's still where it needs to be. This ties in a lot with the real-time management piece that I believe as we rely more on AI and continue to work remote with these remote workforces, you got to make sure that if you have people handling the business, you want to make sure that every day, that there's a touch, however that might be, and that your performance and your metrics are there, and that you can really dwindle down to the areas of opportunity based on those to remedy them quickly. And there's no other way than to be able to just go straight to the floor and see what's going on. Staying grounded has a lot to do with, letting go of that ego, making sure that, you can still say hi to the people, that are at the bottom of your organization, but also being able to communicate and understand that the culture at the top still has some influence to those working, at the bottom. Sheridan Giorzi, call center operations director and consultant. Thank you very much. Stay grounded, people. Have a good one.
SheridanGiorzi.com.